everyone, this is going to be just a video of that old Jack Frost sketch that I have. I wanted to have some new content for this week's video, but it is about a week and a half before my finals week for winter term, and I'm really busy, so I didn't have time to make anything new. So I had to dig this up from my, backup YouTube video file. But yeah, a lot of people wanted to see this sketch when they saw it in my sketchbook video. This isn't going to be a finished colored piece, it's just going to be just the sketch, because it's just a full pencil sketch, with a bit of, shading and stuff done in it. I never wanted to post this because I didn't particularly like how it came out, mostly because the proportions are really wrong, and I see that a lot. It really, pops out at me a lot, but since I had so much feedback about it and so many people wanted to see it, I figured I would just go ahead and post it. But yeah, so from now on, since I've been asking, for topics to talk about, I got a lot of really good questions and stuff in my last video from you guys, so thanks for that so much. But I'm going to start doing my Q&A now in my videos, and so from now on the videos will have me talking about Q&A and questions and stuff from you guys. I think that's more interesting than the nothing I've been talking about for the past 2 months, so feel free to ask questions and I'll add them to my big giant list that I have, and then I'll just slowly go through that list every time I post a video. The next video that I'm going to post is going to be a deco video, which is something that's a little bit different for my channel, but people wanted to see it. So, but when I went to the beach 2 weeks ago, I decoed my digital camera and I decoed my iPod, so I have 2 videos for those. And I think the camera video, I'm going to talk about art school. I get a lot of questions about art school and if it's helped me, if I like it, what do you do in art school, what kind of classes do you take, stuff like that. I get a lot of questions about how do I find an art school and if it's worth it. So I thought that I would just take a whole video and talk about that, since I always get so many questions about it. I think that's a really worthwhile subject to talk about, since you don't really hear people talking about how school goes and stuff for them, and I thought that it might be fun to talk about. So the next video that I post is going to be that camera deco video with the discussion about art school. So if you have any questions about art school, please feel free to ask, and I will put them in a list and answer them next time. Yay! Alright, so since I'm not really going to be talking about this drawing very much, I'm going to go ahead and start the Q&A. Probably not going to have much time to answer very many questions since I seem to talk a lot. But, yeah, so the first question is one of the questions that I get asked a lot, so I thought I would go ahead and discuss it. It's, what inspired me to start working with Copics? So, let's see, probably it was back in 2005, I got, a set of Prismacolor markers for my graduation present when I graduated from high school from my mommy, and before that I had just been coloring with regular Crayola colored pencils for years and years and years because I didn't have money to buy anything besides that. So it was really quite a step up from just using Crayolas to using Prismacolors are good markers. They're good for certain things. They ended up not being good for what I needed them for eventually, but they were good for starting out to color with. So I got a pack of those and I loved them. I colored so much stuff with them. They were really good for the place I was at artistically, I think, and that's why I liked them so much. But I used those for probably 4 years before I got my first Copics. The first Copics that I bought were skin tones. I just bought I think I had 3 or 4 skin tones, which I actually still have, and I still use them all the time, so got my money's worth out of them, I think. Eventually the Prismacolors just didn't really work the way I wanted them to work anymore, because the Prismacolors don't blend nearly as well as Copics do, so I started looking into some type of new art material, because it was when I was getting really into art supplies and stuff. So I don't remember how I found out about Copics. I'm sure it was from probably reading manga or something, because that was around the time where I was really into anime and manga. So yeah, I bought my first set of Copics in 2010. My first big set I bought in 2010, because that was right after I started getting back into art, because in like most of 2010 I didn't draw at all. That was when I had stopped drawing and didn't care about it anymore. But then I decided that I wanted to go to art school, and I got really into it, and I wanted to be an artist again, was when that happened for me. So I got my first set of Copics, and I have been using them ever since, and I love them. They're still my favorite media to work in. I love just the way that they look and the way that they lay down on paper, and I like them a lot. They make me happy. Anyway, so the second question that I'm going to answer is, what inspired me to start my YouTube channel? That's a fun question. So it was probably about around the same time that I was just talking about, like late 2010. I was when I was getting back into art, and I was trying to find some way that I could show the work that I was creating without, I don't know, like without just like posting drawings, like on DeviantArt or something, because I already had DeviantArt and I hardly used it. I just didn't feel like it was a good way to get my art out there. And I don't even remember where I found the video. I don't even know if it was on YouTube. It might have been on like a separate page or Facebook or something. But I saw a Copic marker video. It's called Copic Marker Demo by Amy Reeder Hadley. That was the first YouTube Copic speed paint that I ever saw. And I just really loved being able to watch the artist create something. And she does commentary during that video as well. It's a really old video. It's been up for years, and the quality is quite poor. So, but it's still one of my favorite Copic marker videos on YouTube. And so I watched that video, and I watched it a lot, and I just kept thinking, I'm like, I can do that. I could make a video and post it on the internet and let people watch it. It was very nerve-wracking though, because it's like, posting a YouTube video is like posting a piece of yourself on the internet, and I've always been pretty shy and quiet and stuff, so it was kind of hard for me to take that step and post something on the internet like that. But that's what inspired me to make YouTube videos, was that Amy Reeder Hadley video. And I still watch that video all the time. I just really like that video a lot. So I like seeing now that there's so many artists here on YouTube that post different types of things to inspire other artists to create work and maybe make YouTube videos for themselves. But yeah, I guess that is all the time that I have. I don't think I have time to do one more question, but so for the next video I'm going to do that deco video with me talking about art school. So if you have art school questions, feel free to ask. So after this I'm going to be recording me coloring that comic that I'm working on. I have a week and a half to ink and color 10 pages, so wish me luck, because I have so much work to do and I don't think I'm going to get it all done. But yeah, so those will be videos eventually for you guys to watch too. Yeah, so thank you for watching, everyone.